The bus smelled faintly of diesel. Kids' laughter bounced off the windows, voices colliding with songs, arguments, and chatter. I was there for one reason: my little cousin, Emily. She's quiet, painfully shy, the kind of kid who slips into the background, the kind bullies circle like sharks. But that day, the bully wasn't a kid. It was a grown-up. Karen. Yes, that Karen, the self-appointed queen bee of our neighborhood HOA. She had volunteered herself onto the school trip, insisting she was vital to the community. Her son Tyler sat slouched in the back row, sinking deeper into his seat every time she opened her mouth. He already looked embarrassed. Clearly, this wasn't new for him. And then, within 10 minutes of the ride starting, Karen found her target, Emily. "Oh, honey, don't sit next to Tyler. He's used to a certain level of class." Her voice cut through the chatter like a knife. The bus went dead silent. Emily froze, clutching her backpack straps. Then, with her face burning red, she slid into an empty seat by the window. Alone, I clenched my fists. "What kind of adult talks like that to a 12-year-old?" Tyler muttered. "Mom, stop." But Karen just laughed, flipping her bleached hair back like she'd won something. That should have been the end of it. One cruel moment kids might whisper about and forget. But Karen doesn't stop. At every rest stop, every snack break, she found new ways to needle Emily. "Do you even wash that shirt? My son has allergies, you know." "Chips again. No wonder you're not athletic. Tyler only eats organic." Teachers tried to intervene, but Karen always had a rule or a guideline to throw in their face. Nobody wanted a scene, so she got away with it. By lunchtime, Emily looked wilted. While the other kids laughed in groups, she stared at her shoes. That's when I stepped in. I sat next to her, handed her half my sandwich. "Here, eat." But Karen swooped in, perfume hitting me before her words did. "Excuse me, we don't share food. Some of us have health concerns." I shot her a look. "She's fine. She's hungry. Leave her alone." Karen blinked like I'd slapped her. Nobody usually told her no. Her voice rose, sharp and shrill. "I am on the HOA board. You don't get to undermine me." I snapped back. "The HOA doesn't run this trip. This isn't your cul-de-sac dictatorship." Gasps. A few kids giggled. Even Tyler let out a laugh before covering it with a cough. Karen's face flushed crimson. She hated being mocked. And then, sweet Emily whispered, barely audible, "Can you please stop?" That did it. Karen lunged forward, grabbed Emily's shirt, and yanked. Rip! The sound of the fabric tearing straight down the middle echoed like thunder. A dozen kids froze, wide-eyed, as Emily's eyes filled with tears. Adrenaline surged through me. I shoved Karen back. "What is wrong with you? She's a child." Karen smirked. She disrespected me. She needed to learn. Learn what? That humiliation is a lesson? That adults can assault kids and get away with it? Emily sobbed, hugging herself. Teachers rushed over. Parents shouted. Kids whispered in horrified tones. And Tyler, Karen's own son, turned away, muttering, "I told you to stop, Mom." For the first time, Karen's smirk faltered. That night, while the kids slept in the dorms, I called Emily's mom. She was horrified, furious, heartbroken. But she wasn't just a mom. She was a lawyer, a good one. "You're telling me she ripped my daughter's shirt in front of everyone? Then she just declared war." The next morning, Karen strutted around in oversized sunglasses, barking orders like nothing had happened. But then the school principal showed up. Parents had already sent complaints. Some even had video. One crystal-clear clip showed Karen lunging at Emily, the fabric tearing, the smirk on her face. When she realized she'd been caught, oh, the look on her face. That smugness drained into panic. She stammered, tried to twist the story, but the spell was broken. Nobody believed her anymore. By the time the buses rolled back into town, Karen wasn't facing whispers. She was facing a lawsuit. Emily's mom wasted no time. Assault, emotional distress, public humiliation. And suddenly, the HOA queen bee who thought she was untouchable, she was drowning in legal papers. Neighbors whispered, Tyler refused to leave the house, and Karen, the loudest voice in every room, became a ghost, ducking behind curtains, avoiding stares at the grocery store. Her empire of intimidation crumbled overnight, and Emily, the next week she walked into school wearing a brand new shirt. Bright yellow, bold letters across the front. Fearless. The kids clapped. Teachers smiled. She didn't just survive Karen's cruelty, she rose above it. I'll never forget the sound of fabric ripping, but I'll also never forget the sound of justice, slamming courtroom doors, ending Karen's reign, not with applause, but with silence. Because karma doesn't knock politely. Sometimes it rips straight through. So if you've ever faced a Karen, remember this. Truth may take its time, but when it shows up, it's louder than any rule book, sharper than any insult, and it cuts straight to the bone.